It started innocently enough. Friday night, pizza ordered, new game queued up. The anticipation was palpable. Friends were online, ready to dive into the latest adventure. The night promised endless fun and camaraderie. Then, bam, the dreaded blue screen of PlayStation Network doom. A collective groan echoed through the gaming community. What was supposed to be a night of excitement turned into a nightmare. Across the globe, controllers slipped from sweaty hands. Frustration mounted as gamers tried to reconnect, hoping it was just a temporary glitch. The glow of millions of TVs went dark. Living rooms, once filled with the sounds of virtual battles, fell eerily silent. Okay, maybe not millions, but it felt like it. The silence was deafening, and the disappointment was real. The year is 2025, and the internet is as essential as oxygen. Our lives are intertwined with the digital world, making such outages feel like a personal affront. So, when the PlayStation Network, the lifeblood of millions of gamers, went down on February 7th, the internet did what it does best. It panicked. Twitter erupted. Reddit went wild. Memes were born and hashtags trended. Discord servers became digital support groups. Gamers shared their woes, seeking solace in shared misery. Gamers everywhere were left with one burning question. Why? Why me? Why now? Why now, when my weekend league rank was finally climbing? The timing couldn't have been worse. Why when I was one win away from unlocking that sweet, sweet skin? The frustration was universal, and the wait for the network to come back online felt eternal. The internet, of course, provided no real answers. It was as if the entire digital world had conspired to leave gamers in the dark. Just a whole lot of shared frustration and hilarious memes. Social media was flooded with jokes, each one funnier than the last, as people tried to make light of the situation. Pictures of dusty treadmills resurfaced. It was a reminder of all the things we neglect when we're glued to our screens. People joked about finally talking to their families. Awkward conversations that had been avoided for months were now inevitable. The outage became a global bonding experience, united by a shared love of gaming and a shared hatred of downtime. It was a rare moment of unity in an otherwise divided world. Some gamers, bless their souls, tried to make the best of it. They saw it as an opportunity to tackle their backlog of single-player games, or to finally finish that one game they had abandoned. They dusted off their old consoles. Nostalgia hit hard as they revisited the classics. They pulled out board games. Families and friends gathered around tables, rediscovering the joy of face-to-face interaction. They even, dare I say it, went outside. The horror, fresh air and sunlight, things they had almost forgotten existed. But for many, the outage was a stark reminder of our dependence on the digital world. It was a moment of reflection on how much we rely on technology for entertainment and connection. It was a wake-up call, a digital slap in the face, a reminder that even in 2025, technology can and will fail us. And when it does, we're left to find new ways to connect and entertain ourselves. This wasn't just about lost gaming time, though. For many, the outage had significant financial implications. PlayStation Plus, the subscription service required for online play, costs a pretty penny. Gamers rightfully questioned why they were paying for a service they couldn't access at all. The outage also impacted esports events and tournaments. The Weekend League in FC25, for example, is a fiercely competitive mode where players battle it out for prizes and bragging rights. The outage threw a wrench into the works, leaving organizers scrambling and players fuming with frustration. Sony, for their part, acknowledged the issue. They admitted that the outage was a significant problem that affected many users worldwide. They promised a swift resolution. They offered apologies and assured everyone that they were working around the clock to fix the problem. But for many gamers, the damage was done. Trust was broken. Controllers were thrown in frustration and many felt let down by a company they had long supported. Walls were punched, hopefully not. Gamers were left wondering what to do next. So what now? Where do we go from here? How do we rebuild the trust that was lost? Share your PSN outage horror stories in the comments below. Let's hear how this outage impacted you. Did you lose your mind? Did the outage drive you to the brink of madness? Or did you discover a hidden talent for knitting, or perhaps another hobby you never knew you had? Let's commiserate, and maybe, just maybe, we can come up with some solutions together. Because one thing's for sure, we gamers deserve better. We deserve a reliable service that we can count on. Hit that like button if you've ever been frustrated with PSN, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming updates.